Good evening. Carry on, nurse, sergeant, teacher, cowboy, and the rest. Tonight we celebrate 20 years of golden comedy corn with the most enduring of the famous film team. And in PC Loon Rosa, puzzle corner to you, Richard Stilgo has more anagrams at the ready, so be prepared with pencil and paper.
I have a lot to do today, sister. I must get through my rounds early.
But I'm afraid everything won't be quite ready.
Oh, quite all right. I do hope our troublesome colonel won't delay me too long today.
Come in.
Colonel, whatever's going on?
Come, matron. Surely you've seen a temperature taken like this before?
Yes, Colonel, many times. But never with a daffodil.
Well, Kenneth, 1958, pre-swinging 60s, I mean, that hilariously funny scene must have been an absolute sensation, wasn't it?
Yes, I must say, when I was told about it, I thought, oh, never getting down away with it. But of course, it's absolutely justified, because it's another frame, isn't it, that Hattie's pulling it out of. She comes out of frame, another frame, and says, not with a daffodil, and then you realise what's happened. So it's done, in actual fact, very subtly, quite cleverly, isn't it? It's not in one. It's in two.
See, the surprise for me was that the Carry On films were successful in the States, because I would have thought that they are so much British seaside picture postcard, McGill kind of humour, wouldn't have gone in America.
I think they must be, you know, living proof of the fact that there is a sort of staple commodity in humour. You know, there are three sort of basic jokes they will say: linguistic, semantic joke, the joke which is situation, and the joke which is a relationship, mother-in-law, whatever it is, a relationship joke. They say always that you can trace most jokes to these three. I think Carry-Ons must, in some fashion or another, have found a basic ingredient, because I remember, you know, in Morocco, you carry on, man, I know, all this sort of thing on the front, you know, and I got to Eastern Crete, Scythia, going to the monastery where Makarios served in Vichy, and I was going to see these rather marvellous murals on the wall, beautiful murals they were, and this man, priest, said, oh, I've seen, of course, the carry-on. I thought, what are you doing watching carry-ons? You know, you thought you'd be deep in theology.
Absolutely. Well, now, I presume, having made so many of the Carry On films, you're now all immensely rich, this extraordinary repertory team of Barbara Windsor, Bernard Bresslaw, well, the late Sid James, Charles Hawtrey, yourself. Oh, you're all millionaires.
Oh, no, they got us all for time safety. I mean, you've got to remember that nobody was any kind of name when they were all starting in that period. I mean, they were, you know, in celebrity status, yes, of course, but they weren't names in terms of commanding vast salaries. I mean, the sense of Clint Eastwood and all these sort of great names in cinema, great, what do you call it, international stars, those sort of names. And they can command vast salaries. But not us. I remember the first one I did, I got 800 quid out of the whole thing, and I was on it for quite a few weeks, you know, and there's a lot of periods where you're sitting availability waiting, you know, they say, we're not going to shoot on you this week, but you must be ready for appearing another week. So then it's about 3 months of your time, you know, and it doesn't come out as being that we're
They're enormously enjoyable. Kenneth Williams, thank you very much. And let's finish with another clip from one of the well, more recent Carry On films, in this case, Carry On Up the Khyber.
That will teach them to bend turbans on the buses.
20 years of Carry On films. Now, with those pencils and pieces of paper at the ready,